Why is one of the biggest beauty companies in the world having a rebrand? The most followed brand account in the world. With an estimated total revenue of 250 million, what's the benefit of going through all of this? Why would a brand of that scale rebrand? When you think of Huda Beauty, what do you think of? I know I personally think of peak 2019 Instagram makeup, a cut crease, and the iconic Desert Dusk palette. According to Forbes, Huda Katan herself, the founder, CEO, and 51% shareholder of the business, was worth 610 million back in 2019. That number dropping to 400 mil in 2023 demonstrates a big dip in the business's revenue and relevancy, which explains the rebrand. But what Huda Beauty have done so unbelievably well, among several things, is never losing sight of themselves and what makes them special. So although that Instagram makeup look isn't in anymore, and neither is the trend of heavy eye looks, rethinking the iconic baking or the filter perfect skin with their new foundation launch is refreshed but still makes so much sense for the brand. The other thing that Huda does better than anyone is taking you on the journey of doing all of this and giving the customer that insight that so many of us crave. 2 weeks ago on YouTube, Huda posted the first video in their new docu-series showcasing the journey that they've been on as a brand, taking you behind the scenes, which is something that we see a lot of brands trying to do now on TikTok, with founder-generated content and employee-generated content being the new hype. But so few brands do it this well. So few brands are willing to share that much. It reminds me of the iconic series that Jeffree Star did with Shane Dawson, where the public were given an insight into the big beauty business that we had never seen before. We were taken on the design process, the manufacturing process, the warehouse meetings, and even told, I believe, like the cost per unit. And it translated. People loved it, which has blown my mind how no brand since has replicated this. And the sales of this conspiracy palette proved that. It was all the rage and sold out inside an hour from memory. And all the comments on that video reflect that times haven't changed. Love that we're starting to get behind the scenes of smaller businesses, but I think big businesses have to realize that the customer is just as interested in that, even more so than seeing day in the lives of your employees and learning about the personalities behind the brand that way. With Huda Katan stepping back into the CEO position, I am unbelievably excited to see what comes of this rebrand, and equally excited as to see what this graph does in the next few years.